Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new episode of my campaign of 5 Parsecs from Home. I am currently getting ready to start turn 5. I have updated my crew log sheet. I will scan this and make this available as a download with this video so that you can see what I'm going into turn 5 with in terms of stats and weapons and stuff like that. Just an update, I managed to pay my ship down, the debt I owe on the ship, down to 9, which is very good. I really want to zero that out. And I also upgraded the captain's combat by +1 by spending 7 XP. And 6, my robot, I increased his combat by +1 by spending 7 XP as well. Hopefully after this next campaign I'll get some XP and I can upgrade some of my other guys, but slowly but surely getting there. So, what are we here to do? We are here to do the pre-rolls for Battle Report 5 for the combat that's coming up. So I'm just going to go right down the line here. I am not fleeing an invasion, so we don't have to worry about that. Am I going to travel? I debated on this. One of the reasons I stuck around on this planet Signet 4 so long, there were a couple reasons. One, I was very low on credits. And 2, I have a patron here who gives me jobs. So, when you go to a new planet, you aren't guaranteed that you're going to find a patron. You could get a rival, which I don't want rivals right now. I currently have 20 credits in all after all my expenses and everything. So, if I decide to travel, I'm immediately going to spend 6 credits. Because I have a fuel hog ship. It's normally 5, but I add 1 to that, so it's going to cost me 6 credits to travel. That knocks me down to 14. Then I believe you have, Upkeep is going to cost me, it usually costs 1 credit for a crew of 4 to 6, and then it costs 1 additional credit for each crew member after that. I have 8 crew, so that's 3 credits, plus the 6 is 9. That knocks me down to 11 credits. I want to pay some ship debt. I don't have to pay for any medical costs, but I need to leave some money over so that if after the combat I could choose to buy some weapons or maybe spend some money on some of these tasks that I'm going to assign. So it's a tough call. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick around for one more turn. I'm kind of getting bored of this planet. I want to see what else is out there. But I really need some extra credits this turn, and I don't want to have to spend them on gas to get out of here. So, that said, I'm not going to travel, so we'll skip that step. And that also means I skip the Starship Travel event, which normally, you can have ship problems, crew members can leave, there's distress calls, all kinds of crazy stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm not doing the New World Arrival, so I'm completely skipping over that. And I'm going to start on page 76 for those of you who have the rule book and are following along. So the first thing I'm going to do, upkeep and ship repairs. So for upkeep, I have to pay -3 credits for my crew to eat and whatever. And so that knocks me down to 17. So I started with 20. And then ship debt. Remember, every campaign turn, you're going to spend at least 1 or 2 credits in interest if you haven't paid off your loan. So I want to pay this off because I'm tired of paying that 1 credit every turn for my ship. So given that I have 9 credits left, I'm going to go ahead, or 9 credits debt on the ship, I'm going to go ahead and spend 5 on ship debt, which knocks me down to 12 credits. My ship is automatically going to go up 1 credit in debt. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this. It went down 5, down to 4, but then I earn an interest. So it's currently at 5 credits of debt, which I'm really pleased with. All right, let's keep going. I do not have to do any ship repairs. My ship has been just sitting on Signet 4 for 4 game turns. And that means I haven't had to spend any damage or any credits to pay damage. I do have 1 crew member in medical. That is Blue Eyes. But because I have a crew of 8, I can leave him in there. He's only out for 1 turn. I'm not going to spend money to speed that up. I could. but I'm going to let him sit. And instead, this next turn, I'm going to take some of my crew members in who've missed the last few, like Surge and Freak. I need to get them some XP, so they're going to go in this time around. Okay, assign tasks. I love this part. All right, this is number 2, assign tasks. So I have 8 crew members. I think 7, because I think it says you cannot. Each crew member that is not in sick bay can take a task. So I have seven crew members that can go out. I have the captain. I have Six. I have Droon, who is my feral. I have Vey. I have Huala. And I have Freak. And I have Surge. Now you can only assign up to 2 crew to one job. And those jobs are find a patron, train, trade, recruit, explore, track, repair something, and decoy. Because I don't have any rivals on this planet, I don't have to worry about tracking the rivals down for an ultimate showdown battle to see if I can maybe wipe them out. And I don't have to spend any crew to go and act as decoys to kind of divert them away from my true goal. So that leaves finding a patron, training, trading, recruiting, track, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 tasks, actually 5, because I have nothing to repair. I have nothing to repair. So I've got 5 tasks and 7 people to do it. First thing I want to do is I want to find a second patron. I've already got one that I can go to and get a job, but finding 2 patrons gives me more opportunities for more work, and I can pick and choose what I like. So for the patron, I'm just going to assign. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind, some of these tasks you can pay extra credits to bump up the likelihood of them being successful. I'm not doing a repair, which is the only one that uses a crew stat, savvy. So what that really means is my savvy, the highest savvy I have is 6, the robot. And because I don't have to do any repairs, I can assign these guys to anything I want. There's no benefit, for example, for assigning the captain to go find the patron versus just, the newest crew member. So I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to go captain and patron, or captain and 6 are going to do find patron. And Droon and Vey are going to, they're going to trade. You can always find some interesting stuff when you trade. And trading doesn't require you to give up anything that you have. It just assumes that you found some junk laying around your ship and you're going to trade that for whatever. Recruit, don't need to recruit. I forgot. I don't have to do that anymore. I've got 8 crew. I don't want any more. Explore, definitely want Huala and Freak to explore. And that leaves Surge to train, which he needs XP to catch up. And so that'll be good. So let's start at the top. Find patron. To find a patron, you roll a d6. And you add the number of crews who are looking. If the crew has an old patron among their contacts, I do, you add +1. After rolling, you can spend additional credits, and each credit earns +1. So you can do that after the roll, which is kind of cool. On a 5 or higher, you find a patron. On a 6, you get 2. But if you have an existing patron, the first offer is from them. So it really doesn't matter. A 5 or higher is going to get me a patron. I've assigned 2, so 2 plus the existing patron is 3, so I just need to roll a 2 or higher here, and I rolled a 5. So I found another patron, success. So that will help on job time. So I did find that. Droon and Vey are going to go trade. So the trade table is on page 79. You roll D100, and green is high. And I rolled a 52, which is on the next page. 52 is spare parts. I think I've already rolled this. Trade is spare parts. Add +1 when making a repair. If the roll is a natural one, the spare parts are used up and may be erased. Okay. If the roll is a natural one, the spare parts are used up. Oh, that's nice. So they stick around until you roll the 1, and then they disappear. It's just like a big pile of spare parts. Now the question is, do I get two rolls on that? Let's see. What did I do? Trade. For each crew member, roll once. Okay, so I get to roll again. And I can get additional rolls by spending 3 credits, which I'm not going to do. All right, so Vey found spare parts, and Droon is going to find 89 trade. Yeah, 89 pre-owned. I like the sound of that. I wonder if that means it's broken. Roll once on the loot table. Item is damaged. Okay, I have rolled this before. So roll on the loot table, page 132. All right, this is a bunch of subtables. So we'll start at the high table, which is loot. Which is what? Loot table. The loot table. It says page 131. Sorry, I didn't. It's page. All right, so here we go. I always roll weapon on this. Well, that's not true. I rolled gear once, I think. 90. 90 is a reward. Ooh, okay. Reward. Roll once on the reward subtable. Where's the reward subtable? Here it is. Well, this isn't good. I guess, well, it says it's broken if it's an item, so these are not items. All right. All right. Rewards table. Roll high. Come on, roll high. 85 is ship parts. Come on, man. Discount your next ship component purchase by 1d6. Establish the value now. All right, so I've got ship parts, and it says I can discount your next ship component purchased. I didn't know there were ship components. I've never done that before. There sure are ship items. All right, discount your next ship components by 1d6. All right, so let's roll that now, it says. And I rolled a 1. Ship parts, -1 credit. All right, so I need to remember to do that. I should buy a ship item. Discount your next ship component purchase by 1 credits. Well, okay. I don't think I've ever been able to buy a ship component. I think you have to roll that. Let's see. Do you have to roll that somewhere? Gear. No. How do you find ship components? That's a good question. Can you just buy ship components whenever you like? Odds and ends. Nope. It's an odds and ends. So if I ever roll on the loot table, odds and ends, and then I go to the odds and ends table, there is a ship items which will allow me to find those. But I don't know how you buy them. I'm going to have to look that up. How do you buy a ship item? Okay, anyway, that's the second one. All right, Freak and Huala are exploring. I actually wrote that down under Huala. I'll just assign Droon to explore with Freak. Explore. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do Droon. Droon rolled a 35. Explore, 35. You hear a tip. You may opt to automatically track down a rival to fight. That was a waste. I'm not going to spend a story point to try and re-roll that. And then Freak explores and gets a 58. Pick a fight, Freak. Pick a fight. Add a rival to your list. Ooh. If a Karen gets this event, add the rival as normal, but the first time you meet them, they have -1 enemy as you already knocked one out in the initial brawl. Okay, so I have to add a rival plus a rival. Great, now I have a rival on this planet. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. You go back here to rival. Actually, no, you roll for the rival coming up. I do have a rival. Okay, so great. Add a rival. If a Kieran gets this event, so it is an event. That's right. All right. I could choose to do a rival fight this turn or a patron job this turn, so we'll see. The tip, what was that tip? You may opt to automatically track down a rival to fight. I don't know. Auto track a rival. That might be, I don't know. Rival fights are tricky. All right, so that's it for Freak. And Surge gets +1 XP, I believe is just the train option. Train is earning 1 XP. Okay, so that is it for the crew tasks. And let's keep going. Now we need to do the job offers. All right, so the first patron I have, and I forgot, I did remember to do this last time. I think it's local government, or was it wealthy individual? I think it's local government. It's a local government. So my current patron is a local government person. And the other one, that's patron number 1. And patron number 2 is you roll a d10. Rolled a 9. It's a private organization. All right, we'll just go down the list here and roll for everything. So danger pay. The danger pay for, I'm going to roll it for both at the same time, or before I move on. Danger pay for the local government is, roll a d10, is 3, which is plus 1 credit. And for the private org, it is a 7, which is plus 2 credits. Danger pay. All right, for the time frame. Now this is where, if it's one turn, you have to do it this turn. But if it's longer and it's a good one, you could hold on to it. The last time I actually got one, it was I could have done it any time, but I chose, no, I did it this turn. The other one I turned down was any time, and technically I could still have that one if I wanted, but I totally forgot, and that's okay. I'll let that one go. So the time frame for this for local is this turn. And for the private, it is 5, which is this turn. So both of them have to be done this turn. Benefits and hazards. All right, so the benefit for the patron number 1 is the same. It's the insurance, I believe, health insurance. And I've already got four like credits there. Like 1 credit will take off 1 turn of sick bay. I've got 4 of those, so maybe I don't care anymore, but they are good to have. And then the benefit for the private org, you look on here, private org, where is it? Private organization. I need to roll an 8 or higher to see if there's a benefit. There's not. No benefit. Then for hazards, for the local government, I roll an 8 or higher for a hazard, and there's not. And for the private, there's an 8 or higher, and there's not. So there's nothing for hazards. And then the last one is, what was the last one? Conditions. Conditions for the local is 8 or higher, and there's not. And conditions for private is 8 or higher, and there's not. So pretty easy jobs this turn. Man, okay. No hazards, no conditions. All right, so assign equipment. My guys already have their equipment that they're going to use this round. Resolve any rumors. I have not been doing this, and I'm going to do it this time. I have 3 rumors. Rumors turn into quests. I can't say that. Quests can give you bonuses when you complete them, and there's a chance you can complete a quest after every battle event. So it says you find rumors. If you are not currently on a quest, roll a d6 at this stage. If the roll is equal or below the number of rumors, remove all rumors, you now have a quest. So if I roll a 3 or lower, which I did, so the rumors go away, and now I have a quest. You have now received a quest which you may pursue immediately. Until the quest is resolved, anytime you would receive a rumor, you would receive a quest rumor instead. The quest rumors help you succeed in the quest, and that happens later on in the game. All right, so now we choose the battle. Here we go. First, you may check that your rivals give you the opportunity to choose your battle. I have a rival. Tally up the number of rivals you have. I have 1, and roll a d6. If the roll is equal or lower than that number, 1 has tracked you down, and you have to fight them. So don't roll a 1. I rolled a 1. I have a rival fight this turn, so I can't do the jobs. I can't do the jobs that I just got. And you will have to fight them. This prevents you from doing whatever you had wanted to do this campaign turn. Quests and rumors remain, but a patron job will fail if the time to complete is expired. So I get no danger pay for doing that second job. All right, well, that's enough. So select your job. If you are not attacked by rivals, you select. But I am being attacked by a rival. So let's see. If you are being attacked by a rival, proceed to the battle section. All right, so the battle section, page 87. I am on a rival revival battle. So now I need to roll the deployment condition. I've never fought a rival before, so this is probably pretty good. Deployment condition, and you roll a D100, and you look at the column, depends on what type of battle. I'm not doing opportunity, and I'm not doing a quest. I am doing a rival battle. So roll D100. I rolled a 60, which is slippery ground. This is just the condition. Slippery ground. And it looks like it's -1 speed to all. Okay, all movement is on ground level. -1 speed on ground level. So I guess if you get up high, it doesn't happen. All right, notable sights. Let me tell you something. If you're not playing this game and you really like to have like a backstory and to have some flavor about what it is you're fighting over and stuff, you cannot beat this game. I mean, you know, here we've got a deployment condition. We've got notable sights, an objective. All right, I rolled a 13, which is under rival, which is nothing special. All right, nothing special. But, I mean, there's some cool things, like there's loot and persons of interest and peculiar items and things that you can that'll add to the complexity of the game. All right, determine the objective. Let's do this. The objective, I have done move through and I've done move through and secure, I think. What else? Have I done anything else? I may have done acquire. Anyway, so I'm doing a rival mission. Opportunity. Patron and quests will roll for the objective. So the objective for a rival is just survive. Okay. Opportunity, patron, and quest missions will roll for the objective. This is the final battle of quest. Okay. So I have just a rival, straight up battle. There's no objective. Just wipe them out. All right. All right. So no objective. And rival. Here we go. If you are being attacked by a rival, roll below to determine the circumstances. If you tracked them down, you will always fight a showdown. You know what? I'm going to say that it's a showdown because Droon rolled a tip which says you auto track your rival. So I'm going to play that because showdown sounds really good. Showdown says it's a straight up fight, which I thought that would be it. Showdown. The other options are ambush, where it says you get to deploy one less crew. Brought friends, they add one additional enemy. Assault and raid. Assault adds one additional enemy, but you get more credits if you win. And raid, if you fail to hold the field, your ship takes damage. Wow. Okay. I guess they're attacking your ship. All right, so I'm going to do showdown, which is a straight up fight. No modifications. I can handle that. All right, now we go and determine the enemy. If you are fighting a rival, you will usually know who you are fighting. Pick the most appropriate entry from the encounters table presented in this chapter. Well, I don't know that. If you are not sure or have acquired an unexpected rival, roll twice and pick the more interesting or appropriate. Once a rival is established, they will always be the same type. Otherwise, you will need to... Okay, so let's do a rival. Enemy encounter. Unknown rival. Here we go. So roll a D100. I rolled a 54, which is hired muscle. So they are hired muscle. Oh, I rolled twice, and I picked the one that's more interesting. So let's roll it again. That's a 24, which is criminal element. I don't care. I don't really care. Let's let fate decide. We'll roll a D6. 1 to 3, it's hired muscle. 4 to 6, criminal element. So it's a criminal element. All right, so criminal element is what I'm going to be rolling on. So for the encounter, I roll a D100 again to determine what type of criminal element. I rolled an 11, which is punks. All right, we got some punks. I like that. Let's see what they are. Their numbers is +3. Oh my gosh, their +3 number, which means I'll be having a lot of them. They panic on a 1 to 3, which is excellent. Their speed is 4, not so good. Their combat is +0, that's fine. And their toughness is 3. They're about equal to where my crew is right now. I've got a couple crew members that are a little higher than this, but this should be a fairly straight up fight, except that +3 bothers me. Also, They have some special rules. Careless. You are +1 to seize the initiative. So I'm going to get +1 on my roll to seize the initiative. Bad shots. Their shooting only hits on a natural 6. Nice. I like that. That sounds like a no-brainer to me. Bad shots. Their shooting only hits on a natural 6. Okay. All right. So they only hit on a natural 6. Let's see how many of them they're going to be. So number of opponents. I am a campaign crew size of 6. So you roll 2d6 and pick the higher result, and then I'm going to add 3 to that. If the campaign, I have no modifiers to that. Okay, so if you opted to play, okay, so roll 2 and pick the higher. And I rolled a 4 as the higher. You can't see that. Sorry. Rolled a 4 for the high, and I add 3. So there are 7 punks. Now, because there are so many, I've got 7 punks. There's going to be some specialists and a lieutenant in there. All right, so if your encounter is 7 or more, you'll have 2 specialists. So I have specialist 1, specialist 2, and then if your encounter is 4 or more, 1 non-specialist would be a lieutenant. So I also have a lieutenant, which leaves 4 punks. Punk 1, punk 2, punk 3, and punk 4. All right, so 7 versus my 6. Okay, so let's do, and I believe they were weapon 1A. Let me double check that. Their weapons were 1A, and their AI is A for aggressive, meaning they're just going to run at me. All right, I can deal with that. Let's go find out what their weapons are. So weapons are on page 104. Now for the punks, I just roll on weapon 1 column, and it's a D6. And it's a 3, which is colony rifles. So they all have colony rifles. So does the lieutenant. But the lieutenant also has, I believe, a blade. I'll have to double check that. The specialists roll on the A column here, and I roll a D6. So specialist number 1 has a cling fire rifle. I have no idea what that does. And specialist number 2, by the way, you roll individually for each specialist for the weapons. And 2 has a shotgun. So they've got a nice mix of weapons. Let me go back and check that lieutenant out. The lieutenant, if the opponent, if you encounter it, would be a lieutenant. They carry a blade. Okay, so the lieutenant has a colony rifle plus a blade, and their combat is +1 combat. Okay, so they're a little tougher. All right, that is it for the enemies. It's a straight-up fight. I'll have to remember that they've got these, they only hit on a 6. Only hit on 6. And what was it? I get +1 on seize the initiative. Seize initiative. Okay. Yeah. Now, the question is, the lieutenant, does he also hit on a 6? It says punks. Now he's a lieutenant punk, but I don't know. I'll have to look that. I'll read and check that out. Now the next thing you do is you roll to see if you have a unique individual, which is a bonus on top of what's here. Unless you're fighting an invasion, roll 2d6. You add 1 if you're fighting interested parties. I'm not. I'm fighting criminal. On a roll of 9 or higher, the opposition has a unique individual. And I rolled a 12. So yeah, there's a unique individual. A result of 11 to 12 means you have to fight 2 unique individuals. Page 94. Unique 1 and unique 2. This is not, that's not cool. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If the campaign difficult mode is insanity, a unique, okay, so it's not. All right, so I just got 1. 1's bad enough. I'm not gonna, 2 was, I mean, why worry? I mean, what's 1 more unique? So, sorry, I was looking under the insanity. I am not playing insanity mode. All right, so I do have a unique individual, which means I come back here and I roll on the unique individual, which is on page 105, and it's a D100. And I rolled a 9. 9 is an enemy heavy. So they've got so the punks brought like a tank. His AI is D, which means he's defensive, and he's got a rattle gun. I don't like the sound of that. Why does he? Oh, a particular. Okay, so you apply the enemy bomb. Okay, and then you roll the. They may accompany. What are their? They don't have speed, combat, toughness. I assume they take it from. They are fearless and will not be affected by morale. They follow a different AI routine, and many have luck. He has no luck. Note that enemy bosses may use the same AI type. So I assume that it's just because there's modifiers like +1 toughness. So you use the standard stats of what they are. So it's a punk enemy heavy with a rattle gun, and he's defensive in nature. He's not going to go running at me, which is probably a good thing. All right, so that's good. Well, I think that is it. I did the unique individual and set up the battlefield. Yep, that's it. All right, I will summarize all this, and the next video will be the battle. I'll be going up against 8 punks, 1 unique, 2 specialists, 1 lieutenant, and 4 standard punks. It's an all-out battle. The only modification to the battle is it is -1 to speed on the ground, and that's it. Slippery ground. So no objectives, no notable sights. It's a showdown, straight-up fight against 8 criminals. All right, that's it. I'll be back with Battle Report 5, and after Battle Report 5, I always append the post-battle rolls. So hope you're enjoying this. Again, if you're new to this, it's 5 Parsecs from Home, sci-fi skirmish war game, solo rules. Definitely worth hunting down and playing if you're into this kind of game. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. I'll be back with another video. Everybody take care.